Yes.
Fantastic. Well, my name, as you can see, is Peter Chatteris. I'm a public speaker. I'm an author. I've published 8 books, and I'm also a public speaking coach. So I can help you with this sort of 1 minute thing. I'm in BNI as well, so we do the 1 minute presentation all the time. So tonight, what I would like to do is to take you through a journey, and it's my journey. Now, the journey that you are going through, it could be the same as mine. It could be, not as traumatic as mine, or it could be even more traumatic. So it doesn't matter. My journey is my journey, and whatever journey you're going through is really important. And hopefully, some of the things that I share tonight will be things that you can use not only in your business life, but also in your personal life. So can everybody see that okay? I'm not taking too much space here. I transform performance through belief. So high performance, I believe, is about belief. If you believe in high performance, then you will achieve high performance. This is something that I'm really strong on, that self-belief fuels the flame of success. And I'll say it again, self-belief fuels the flame of success. If you've got self-belief, then success will follow. I'm a member of Toastmasters. I'm a senior Toastmaster. I'm on the board of Professional Speakers Association of New Zealand. And I'm in charge of membership and vetting members that come in as a professional speaker. I'm also in BNI. I didn't start off life as a public speaker. I actually started off in avionics and then became a full-time drummer. So I was a professional drummer. And then I started to teach music, because they say when you can't do it anymore, you teach. So I taught music for 20 years. This little lass here wasn't a bad drummer. Then I became involved with real estate. I love real estate. Well, I love the money that you can make in real estate. I didn't actually like real estate itself, but I thought I was an expert, so I wrote 3 books about real estate. And they're quite good, actually. That middle one, The Secret Systems, the Email Marketing Handbook, is applicable to all businesses. And I founded INSA, which is the International Speech Academy. So that's my education arm, and that's what I love doing. I love helping people with their speaking. And I've written several books on public speaking. Here's 4 of them. Butterfly Phenomenon, that's about fear. So Angela, that would be a good one for you. Speech by Design, it's how you write speeches and how you write elevator pitches, which is so important. P5 is about using your voice. So pitch, pace, power, pause and projection. And structural speaking is all about the structure of public speaking, which also is important. Awards that I've won over the years, I've won 36 Toastmaster Club championships, 28 area championships, 9 division championships, 9 district finals, a district championship impromptu, runner-up analytical, world runner-up for impromptu, and I was a global finalist this year in Next Top Speaker, top 100 out of 5,000 professional speakers around the world. So I was actually quite proud of that one. But then I gave up. And you know what? It's easy to give up. But I gave up big time because I attempted suicide 4 years ago. I had a mental disorder. I had depression and anxiety, and I speak about it an awful lot. And I was resuscitated. So I very nearly lost my life. And I ended up here. This is in Waikato. It's a Waikato hospital. It's called the Henry Bennett Centre. And this is where I stayed. It was my room. And I had a person who, I sneaked a photo. I had a person that had to stay within 2 metres of me at all times for 2 weeks because I was a high suicide risk. And then, as a result of that, on Wednesday, June 28, 2023, I was made homeless. So I lost everything. I lost my home, my partner. I lost everything, all my money, and I ended up homeless. And I eventually found shelter here. It was an old caravan that was it was about 3 kilometres in a direct sight from Auckland Airport. And as you can see, there was mould everywhere. The house where it was at had a big hole in the roof, and there were 3 dogs that used to shit inside. It wasn't a pleasant place. There was asbestos in the ceiling, all that sort of thing. So it was quite a nasty place. As you can see, I had a deck chair out the front. I sat out and had a beer occasionally. That was the interior. As you can see, I kept everything incredibly tidy. Now, these were my constant companion, rats. I remember one time waking up about 4 a.m. in the morning, and I was hearing this kind of a gnawing sound, and the rat was eating my sheet because it was soaked in fat and everything like that. I couldn't clean it.
But I want to tell you, I'm happy that I got strength, yeah. But at the same time, I wonder sometimes why I've had to have this strength, because, you know, surely there's going to be a time where I can use that strength to help others.
So I made that recording the first night in the caravan, so that was only 2 days after I was made homeless. It was actually a 7-minute recording, and that was one of the things. So at that point I had no electricity, no running water. My phone had luckily had a charge from my car, and I recorded that. And I really wanted to help people. I didn't know why I was being tested, but I was. Now, just 2.5 years later, I'm a professional public speaker. I've won numerous trophies. You can see some of them on the desk behind me. It's all happened for me. As you can see, I do weddings, I do internal company events. That picture there, I bled for the cause. I had pneumonia when I did that. And the breaks, I was coughing up blood. So if you really want something, you really have to work hard. And I really wanted it. That was a big conference. That was in the Millennium Hotel. And the Millennium Hotel was 100 metres away from where I spent my first night homeless. So it was kind of ironic. That was me competing for the National Championship of Public Speaking. And this year, last year, I was privileged to win this award. It's from the Professional Speakers Association of New Zealand, and it's for emerging global speakers. So I went from 2.5 years ago from being homeless to winning this award only 2 years after. Now I live in Orewa. Anybody know Orewa? Beautiful place. And the best thing of all, I always shed a tear when I show this slide. See that wonderful woman here? She met me when I was homeless. She's a corporate accountant, and we're getting married next year, or this year. You see, Rosie said 4 words to me. And the 4 words are really important. And the 4 words is something that you can empower yourself with, but you can also empower others. And they were this: I believe in you. She said that to me when she came and heard me speak for the first time. I had an old motorcycle, and I was speaking at the Northern Club, which is quite a prestigious place in town, and you needed a suit and tie. So I borrowed an old jacket. I put my leather jacket over the top. I got a spray bottle of water to iron my shirt, which had a rip in it, and I got an old tie and went in there and managed to pull it off. And on the way back, she turned to me, she looked me in the eye, and she said, I believe in you. How? How did I do it? Because it's not everybody who's been homeless 2 years prior and within 8 months was speaking professionally. I had dreams. And you know what? The best thing about dreams? The economy is tough at the moment. But you know what? Dreams, they don't cost you anything. They're free. And I think as business owners and as people, we need to dream a little bit. Don't be fearful of it. You see, dreams can develop into belief. Belief can develop into goals. Goals can develop into high success. I designed my dreams. I decided that if I was going to dream, I had to design them. I had to write them. No matter how crazy these dreams would be, I still had to write them. By the time I did this, I had a printer in the caravan. I'd hooked up a power cable that went out in the rain. It was quite funny because it used to short and I'd lose the power. But I imagined my dreams. I wrote them. And you know what? I placed them. I put them on the walls. I put them on the fridge. I put them on the ceiling. I even put them on the floor. Where I wasn't walking, of course, which was only a small place. The rats did gnaw some of those. As a matter of fact, that's some of my dreams right there. And you might see in the back, that's where a rat started to eat them. But it didn't sway me. Didn't sway me. No matter how ludicrous those dreams were, no matter how stupid they seemed, no matter how impossible they were, I still dreamed. And I recorded my dreams. I had my phone and I spoke my dreams into the phone and I listened to those all the time. I had headphones in. Instead of listening to music, hey, I'm a musician, I listened to my dreams. I engaged with emotion. It's all very well writing your dreams or writing your goals, but you have to engage with emotion. You have to start believing in things. One of the things that I used to do, I don't know, does anybody know Flight Radar 24 here? Does anybody use it? Yeah. So I was only 3 kilometres from the airport, so I used to see the planes coming in and taking off. And I wanted to travel. I'd travelled in the past. I'd done World Vision projects and helped children, who might have been taken to slavery. But I wanted to travel again. And so what I did was I followed planes on Flight Radar 24. And then when the plane landed in airport foreign, I got pictures of the airport. And I actually placed myself in the airport. I actually used Canberra at one stage to place a photo of me in the airport. And then I looked for a hotel that was close by and I used Google Street View to go through the streets to that hotel. So I engaged with emotion. And I read my dreams. I read my dreams all the time. I couldn't help but read my dreams. They were on the wall, they were on the floor, they were on the ceiling. I listened to my dreams through my phone. And I articulated my dreams. Look, one of the things that we don't do, that people don't do, is tell others about your dreams, no matter how stupid they are. Angela, if you have a dream about what you're doing, tell others. Be accountable to others. Manesh, the same thing. Be accountable to others. Tell people about your dreams. This is a great thing. Entrepreneur, and what Newman is doing, you tell other people about your dreams, what you want to achieve. And you know what? Those people will help you just as they did me. I manifested my dreams. Boy, oh boy, I got that Flight Radar 24. I imagined me flying to places. I got pictures of stages where I wanted to talk because I dreamed of being a professional speaker, and I put me on stages. It was the beginning of AI, so that wasn't difficult to do. I sustain my dreams. Every single day, and I still do, I listen to my dreams, I read my dreams, I manifest my dreams. And I had a belief. See, I had a belief in what could be possible. Because impossible is not always infinite. If it were, we wouldn't be flying, we wouldn't have aircraft, we wouldn't have computers, we wouldn't have light bulbs, we wouldn't have any of that. And possibilities are not infinite. I had a belief in a better life. I had belief in myself. That picture there was taken about 8 months after I was made homeless. And that trophy there is for the National Public Speaking Championship, and that's impromptu. So they give you a subject and you've got to speak about 3 minutes instantly. And I won club, area, division, and I won district, which is the highest, which is New Zealand. I was quite proud of that. And at the same speech, when I was practicing at the Northern Club, this lady here was in the audience. Her name is Monique Bradley. She was vice president of professional speakers at the time. She came up to me and she says, I want you as a professional speaker. I thought, wow, that's one of my dreams. Yeah, no problems, I'll do that. But then she said to me, well, Peter, you're going to write a book about what you're going to speak about. I went, oh, okay. Well, I've written 4 books already, so 50, it's okay. She said, yeah, but she said in 6 weeks, you got to write a book, 200 pages, do all the illustrations, get it published out in the market in 6 weeks. So I did. I only took 4 weeks. I worked 15 hours a day, and it was difficult, but I really wanted it. So that's me now. I'm a professional public speaker. The process. See, we need to dream. Like I said to you, dreams are free. They come at no charge. If we don't dream, we're wasting a resource. So this is the process. Write it down if you like. Firstly, you design your dreams. So dreams is an acronym. Design your dreams, which is, what do you want? What do you want to dream? Record your dreams. Use your phone, use your pen, printer, record them. Engage with your dreams. In other words, read the dreams. It's all very well writing them. Who's got written goals here? Yeah. No. Manish. Newman, when was the last time you read your written goal?
I would say last week.
Okay.
I do it on a weekly basis.
Okay, here's my challenge. 5 times a day. Read your goals 5 times a day. I read them all day because they were on my wall. In my car, I had my dreams on the passenger seat. Wherever I was, I had my dreams in my pocket. Engage with your dreams. Articulate your dreams. Tell other people. Manifest your dreams. Have that vision inside your brain. Where is your business going? Angela, where's your business going? Manish, where's your business going? Make sure that you are the driver of your business, not the business being the driver of you, and certainly not other people being the driver of you or your business. And sustain them. Don't give up. I speak to a lot of people who've got written goals and they say, oh, okay, I'll read them. I'll write them. I'll do a journal in the morning. Hey, guess what? A month later, they've stopped. You have to sustain them. And if you do that, you're going to achieve. If I can go from being resuscitated from a suicide attempt, being made homeless, no job, no income, no money, nothing. I could barely afford to feed myself, and some days I had to go without. But if I can go from that, and only 9 months later, I think it was, had my first paying gig, which was $3,000 down in Wellington as a professional speaker, then damn it, you guys can too. Impossibilities need not be infinite. Think about that. What is impossible today could be possible tomorrow. Imagine if Thomas Edison had given up, I think it was over 1,000 types of filament that he designed for the light bulb. Now imagine that. Or was it 10,000? I don't know. It was an awful lot. He's not around. I can't ask him. But could you imagine if he got up to 500 and he stopped? You got candles in your house? Because that's what you'd need. Imagine Pierce, Richard Pierce, because he flew before the Wright brothers, right? Imagine if he had given up, or the Wright brothers had given up. How are we going to travel? Here we go. This is a great thing right here. I'm going to get you to do a little bit of work here. And that is that you are going to write some warm-ups. Now let's have a look. These are called lateral thinking exercises. And it's getting you to think. Thinking about your business, thinking about your life, practice thinking. If we go to the gym, what? To be fit. Just as our bodies need to be fit, so do our minds. And we exercise our minds. Get out from where you are. Go for a run or a walk or something. That's fine, but also exercise that mind. So it's your turn to dream. We go back. So what I want you to do, I'm going to give you 3 minutes. And I want you to start writing. And what I want you to do is to start writing some of your dreams. Now, I don't care how ludicrous they are. I don't care how weird they are, how impossible they might seem. I don't care. If you want to be a billionaire, put it down. Why not? Good God. Do you think Bill Gates didn't had that constraint on him? No, of course he didn't. So you're going to have 3 minutes. Don't start writing. You don't cheat. Come on, I can see you guys. Hey? Yeah, I can see you. Don't you cheat, right? So what you're going to do is get out a piece of paper. You all got a piece of paper, I hope so. Must be taking heaps of notes here, right? Thumbs up if you are. Thank you. Good. Excellent. Manish. Oh, yeah, there's your thumb. Newman, where's your thumb, mate? Yeah, what about our AI assistants? I want you to start writing dreams. Do not take your pen off the paper. So don't think too much. The thing about lateral thinking is not to think too much. Don't overthink. And remember, nothing is impossible. You got 3 minutes. I'm going to have a drink of water. 3 minutes, babies. 3 minutes. Go. Keep it going. Keep it going. Don't stop. Let your mind just wander. Don't restrict yourself. If I can go from a rat-infested caravan to doing a paid speaking gig for $3,000 in front of people in Wellington, imagine what you could achieve. Just imagine. Keep imagining. Let yourself dream. No matter how crazy, no matter how weird, dream. How we going? We've got 1 minute left. Newman, what you're doing is you're thinking too much, mate. I can see you. I can read body language, my friend, and you're thinking. You're looking up to the side, right? That's in my book, right? My new book, actually, Body Language. But anyway, so you're thinking. You're looking up here. Come on, keep writing. I can see you. Don't stop. Be crazy. Don't restrict your mind. You've got no constraint. And you've got 20 seconds. You can see the timer there. Newman, you're thinking again, bro. Now look at Angela, she's going for gold. Manish, I can't see your hands, what they're doing, mate. So let's say something doesn't. Right, okay, let's stop right there. Now, your dreams are private, okay? But what was one of the things? Articulate your dreams. So come on, anybody want to articulate their dreams? Newman.
I want to run entrepreneur online from back home in the Cook Islands at the beach, relaxing with my family.
Okay, cool. What else? What?
I want entrepreneur to be connected to large businesses and communities.
Okay.
I want to build an online legacy for my family and grow my branding.
Okay, cool. Angela,
And
sorry. Yeah.
sorry, and the last one is it's more a goal. I want entrepreneur to have 1,000, the smart move, the smart goals. I want entrepreneur to have 1,000 members by the end of the year and help others start their own groups.
Okay, excellent. Angela, you got anything you want to add?
Yeah, well, I've got three reasonably just simple ones. Well, ones that I've been thinking about since December. Well, since I found out I was being made redundant. I want to be able to create some form of passive income for myself, whether it's selling my art or some sort of digital downloader through my website.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some of my photography is stock photos. To have my own piece of land. I'd love a lifestyle block where me and my partner and our dogs can move to and be free and out of a town and have more spare time. That's my long-term goal, is to actually be able to live for myself rather than to live to work. So that goes in hand with the passive income.
Cool. Anybody else? Manish?
Yeah, I want to achieve big in whatever ethical way possible through investments or even through the mortgage clients. And I want to travel the world and make people around me happy.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can do it, I can help and uplift the needy people around me too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Now, one thing I would say, and I understand that we're going a little bit over time here, but who wants to keep going for another 5 minutes? Anybody hands up?
Yeah.
All right, cool. One thing I'd say to you is that dreams are bigger than your business. Your business is a vehicle, all right? Actually, this one here, I've had this little car since 1976. I found it on an aircraft when I was doing avionics. And this little Porsche, and that stayed with me for years. I actually had a Porsche before I lost everything, so I got an Audi TT now and motorcycles. But anyway, your business is a vehicle to get your dreams, to make your dreams come true. So if you only focus just on your business and what you want to do with your business, then you're missing the whole point of dreaming. So your business will help your dreams come true. And look, your business could be your dreams, like passive income, that sort of thing. That's cool. But when you're designing your dreams, think even wider than that. I mean, my craziest dream, have a look at number 2. I wanted a loving partner. How the hell could I have a loving partner when I was living in an old rat-infested caravan with mould everywhere and asbestos coming out of the roof, and I was penniless, broke, and didn't have many clothes? Then I met Rosie. She's a corporate accountant. How the hell did that happen? Why? Because I had a dream. Pretty good. Checkmate. What does checkmate mean? Means the end of something. I don't believe it. Means the beginning of something. It means the beginning of a new game. And we're about to start a new game, because with your dreams you can start a new game. But it's also, you're going to check with a mate. So who are you going to have as your accountability partner? The thing that I call a checkmate. So it works both ways. Checkmate is the end of one game, the beginning of next. Remember, you'll never be as young as you are right now. You'll never be as young as you are right now. So have a checkmate. And finally, and what probably most important, celebrate you. Just celebrate you. If you want to take a scan of that QR code, you can download that book that I wrote in 4 weeks, not using any AI, and it's free of charge for you guys. It's called Unleash the Power, and it looks at the business pillars of learning, which is different from being taught. Inspiration, because guess what? You've all inspired someone, even if you don't know it. And it also looks at creativity, innovation. What are you going to create with your business? What kind of life are you going to create? What kind of dreams are you going to create? What kind of dreams are you going to make come true? Take a scan and enjoy. And a bit of advertising. Oh, that's my darling. Hang on a minute. When your darling calls, hello, darling, I'm just in a meeting, and you're in the meeting too.
Okay, then.
I'll see.
All right, I'll talk to you later then.
Okay, Bubble.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
So you always answer when you're darlings. So it's really important that you understand the importance of dreaming and the importance of continuing to grasp those dreams. You can do anything. I started playing rugby at 52. I had my first game of rugby at 52. And I got a bad injury into my neck last year, and that was the end of my rugby career at 67. I was the oldest person. I wanted to do the world record of 74, but unfortunately I won't do that. I think I might have the New Zealand record. Still full rugby. You see, you'll never be as young as you are now. Celebrate yourself. Take the book. Are there any questions? Who's been motivated? Right, you can work with me. I see, I have courses on public speaking, and I mentor people in public speaking and in business. If you want to have a chat to me, well, hey, listen, here I am right now. You can have a chat to me afterwards. I've got a really good program that will help you not only in speaking, but also presenting like this, and also thinking laterally in your business. Away you go. Question time, babies.